all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches.
Big man at the line here for 2 free throws as Royal Crown Academy is up 10 here in the second quarter. Mickey Esmikra alongside Elias Abate calling this one. Final game of a 6-day slate here in Ottawa. Weebly able to split the pair, going 1 for 2.
An 11-point game in favor of Royal Crown right now.
Looking at travel there, I thought, but
A travel, a tough shot,
definitely not good offense.
a lot of settling.
It's like Josh Primo called on another foul there. Oh, nope, that was actually going the other way. Pompidou Musheshe called for the foul. Royal Crown in the bonus. They'll be back to the free throw line. Coach Miles for Royal Crown asking for them to knock down both as they've split pretty much every trip to the free throw line so far. Once again, missed free throw here. Primo gets a second one to go. Extends this lead out to 12. And here we have Tombe Pitia here checking in for Isaiah Adams. Pitia, a guy who brings a lot of energy off the bench from the forward position. Long guard, strong rebounder, strong defender, only in the class of 2022.
And he blocks and alters a lot. I think that's one of his best qualities right now. Offensively, he's still putting it together.
And he's a guy I noticed got a lot of minutes early on for Royal Crown, but his role seems to have shrunk before this weekend here. Good to see him back on the court playing pretty well. Soufiane again for 3. Pure stroke. Swish from up top. Seems like their offense has really revolved around his 3 so far. I think he might have had their last 3 baskets.
Yeah, they're trying to look for him on every opportunity, but as we mentioned before the last break, that ball's got to move.
Aiden Cross answers from the corner. That's something he's more than capable of doing, one of the better shooters we have here. And actually the winner of the Hardwood Classics 3-point shootout a couple weeks ago. Went up against a lot of the best shooters in the country. Came out the victor with the strong performance. Excellent dump-off pass there by Ifje. Hits Pierre-Gabriel Gouffran for the 2-handed slam. Great ball movement there. Leads to a wide open Olembe 3. Can't get it to go. Soufiane with the rebound. Kicks it out to Ifje. Once again, Thetford unable to get it inside the arc.
This guy's money.
Soufiane, pure stroke. Another tray ball for him. Cuts the lead down to 7. That's 3 baskets in a row for Thetford. Starting to figure things out offensively. Primo with the ball up top, 5 seconds to go on the clock, kicks it out to Zayden Cross for 3, no good. Musheshe comes away with the rebound. Good job getting back by Royal Crown. Here's Musheshe for 3, well short. Ball stays on this side though. Zayden Cross knocks it out of bounds. We got Jaden Cole checking in for Jasmar Olembe. Jaden Weebly checking out for Jalen Spencer as well. active hands by Cross, knocking that pass. Inbound again from the baseline for Thetford. See if Thetford can continue to chip away at this lead here. Gouffron for three, no good. Rebound, Zayden Cross as Royal Crown pushes in transition again. Cross hits Primo in the corner, wide open three, bit too strong. Strong rebound there by Gouffron. Here's Monde pushing it the other way. Another three by Soufiane, no good. And here's Primo with the rebound. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 35-28 lead for Royal Crown. Royal Crown's been stuck at this 35 number for a while now. Good fake there by Zayden Cross. Sets up the mid-range, can't get it to go. Ifjay just muscles it out of Jaden Cole's hands for that rebound.
And that's one of those situations where we're talking about strength training, right? Like he had it in his hands, but it was simply taken away like baby food.
Yeah, you look at those two guys side by side. Ifjay's pretty much twice as wide.
Yeah, the physical profile doesn't compare.
You know, I find from a toughness perspective, that's something you can count on for pretty much anyone that plays basketball out of Quebec. I think they have just a much more physical game in the province, allowing more contact so players are used to that physical play. Here's Moucheche with the rebound, pushing it ahead. Ifjay takes it all the way. Nice little runner there by Ifjay. Cuts the Royal Crown lead down to 5 as Thetford continues to chip away in the midst of an 8-0 run. Good job by Primo. Knows that they're in bonus. Decides to take it himself, draw the foul. Primo 1 for 2 again, splitting it at the line. Such a good shooter like him, you'd think he'd be able to knock those both down, but maybe still getting acclimated to playing with this team. Here's Monde up top. Nice little crossover there. Dump off pass to Gouffran, who can't hold on to it. Great setup there by Monde, and good to see Thetford starting to get some penetration here. Zayden Cross back to Primo. Primo up top for three. Cashes it in. Another good possession there by Royal Crown. Get that lead back up to 9 here. 2:25 left to go in the first half.
And Thetford's going to have to come up with a few consecutive stops here if they're going to have a chance to stay in this game. They always seem to be within 10 in their games, but they can never get over that hump. They need multiple stops.
Good job there by Ifjay to draw some contact on the drive. Yeah, Thetford, a team who kind of plays defense in bursts, it feels. They'll have 5-6 strong possessions in a row, but then allow a little bit of a run like we've seen here. And for those of us, or for those of you just joining us, thanks for bearing through the technical difficulties.
You thinking Thobiel? For those of us.
Been one of those days here.
Long day.
Game 6 of 6 in a long slate of action in the nation's capital, Ottawa. Mickey Ismeeker here along with Elias Sabate calling this one. We've got ourselves a 7-point game with Royal Crown leading over Thetford. Zayden Cross for three, knocks it down.
All that really happening based off of what Jaden Primo advised. He wanted Jaden to pop up a little bit beyond the free throw line, got it into him, simple pass to the wing.
Yep. Sometimes you don't have to overthink it.
Yep.
Great pull-up shot there by Monde. Able to get some separation, get himself a nice clean look from mid-range. Another three, but looks like it was a long two added toll on the line. But Zayden Cross starting to get it going from beyond the arc. Royal Crown continuing doing a good job pressuring ball handlers. Forces a tough fadeaway three by Soufiane, no good. Here's Zayden Cross pushing the other way. Tombe Pitia takes the three, and he gets it to go. Big time three by Tombe Pitia, another guy who's been focusing on a shot, putting a lot of development into that area. Got 58.3 seconds here to go, or left to go here in the first half. Royal Crown leading 47-34 over Thetford Prep in their first game of the session. Jam-packed 5-day session. They've got 2 more games to go. Does Royal Crown. Theo Monde finds another open look from mid-range. This one well short. Cole saves it, kicks it out to Jalen Spencer on the break. Finds Primo on the wing, goes all the way. Nice athletic move and strong finish by Josh Primo. Absorbs the contact, adjusts in mid-air, and gets it to go. Impressive take by him there, and an impressive first half as a whole as he makes his NPA debut for Royal Crown Academy. Thetford able to answer, cuts the lead down to 13, 49-36. 15 seconds to go as Royal Crown holds the ball for the last shot. Zayden Cross controlling it up top. Here comes Jaden Cole with the screen. Zayden takes it all the way, kicks it out to Olembe for three. No good. Cross with the rebound, puts it up in time. Can't get it to go. But excellent first half here by Royal Crown as they came out with a new fire and energy, ready to play. 49-36 for Royal Crown at the end of the first half. We'll be back in 10 minutes with more.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national and provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Starting with our foundation, that is the Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary school student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH national rankings, where player profiles are created acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. The NPH Showcase Circuit takes place from April to December in a player-focused environment, while the Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the blueprint.
Who will be crowned national champion?
And Jacoby's going to try to measure this one up, looking for a made-to-measure suit.
Fourth quarter of action is brought to you by Indochino, where right now, using promo code HOOPS, you can get a custom-made, made-to-measure suit that a number of our coaches get fitted up. 10 showrooms across Canada, 6 of them where we have teams in the NPA, match made in heaven. Indochino and the NPA.
Indochino, the national sponsor of the NPA. We're excited to have you as a sponsor. We're excited for what you're doing and what your brand brings to our league. The prestige of your brand, the prestige of our league from coast to coast.
The guys at Indochino were amazing when I got fitted. I can't thank you guys enough.
Indochino making me look good. That's all I gotta say. It's not always an easy task. Very grateful that you guys are taking care of me and having me look a little bit better.
I really thank you for putting the time in and believing in what we're doing with the young men and just, again, establishing ourselves in not only the basketball community, but the community that we live in.
Thank you, Indochino.
He has this like ferociousness to his game, this wanting to take the opponent's heart out. That, you know, it sounds really vulgar, but that's what it is. Like, that's what the elite guys, they compete in that sense. And I think that's what Addison has. It's that killer instinct that sets him apart.
My name is Addie Patterson, the #1 player in the country. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always putting work in. I always had a goal, I always had a dream. Spending countless hours in the gym. If I couldn't get in the gym, I was outside hooping on the outside courts, doing whatever I could just to make it out and make a better way for my family and my loved ones. You know, as I grow and play basketball more and more, start to have more and more workouts throughout the days, 2-a-days, 3-a-days. It's getting more important to take care of my body. I've really gotten better at the recovery part of basketball, and getting proper rest, and you know, really the off-the-court stuff that prepares me when it's time to go train or play that game. I'm taking care of my body and making sure I'm well prepared. You know, I've been really just trying to get in the gym with guys that are at that next level, NBA players, D1, high major athletes, really just trying to prepare myself and push myself and not be comfortable.
My name is Roderick Patterson. I'm Addison's father.
My name is Jackie Patterson, and I'm Addison's mom. Addison, ever since he was a baby, he's always been a super sweet, calm, kind soul, and he's still the same way now.
When he first started playing basketball, I mean, he was determined, even from dribbling, to be a perfectionist.
He's just always been really competitive and sets huge goals. I knew he was going to be something really special.
Whether it was raining outside, snowing, morning, night, he was always outside. Always training.
My name is Leah Patterson, and I'm Addie's little sister.
I'm Elijah Patterson, and I'm Addie's little brother. He's amazing. He helps us out with a lot of stuff, even when he's not home, because he's like at school a lot in America. Like, we still call each other, and we're still in touch. So he's a really good older brother. I think he's gonna make it really far.
I think he's gonna do really good too, and I think he's gonna reach to go into a higher level and go into the NBA.
And that's a part of the story on Addison Patterson, currently an Oregon Duck. Started there as a freshman, and the challenges of first year, man, finding your groove is very much like what Thetford's going through right now, just trying to find their way in the National Preparatory Association. Big things expected from current Oregon Duck Addison Patterson in his second year, as he plays a much larger role for the Ducks.
You know, we see a lot of Canadians come out of that program down there in Oregon.
Absolutely, and we got another, you know, somebody who's been recruiting Canada quite aggressively, Coach Alan Huss here from Creighton. He had Ahir Ugwak when he was at New Mexico, had a slew of them when he was at La Lumiere in Indiana, so he's been on it for a while, knows the infrastructure in Canada, and has been heavily invested with his time.
And it seems like his time he's invested has paid dividends.
Oh,
a
absolutely.
number of high-level recruits.
And he's hoping that it's going to do the same here with this prime prospect in Primo.
Of course, Josh Primo recently reclassifying in 2020. Offers from all across D1, number of high-level programs. We'll be interested in seeing where he ends up next year.
And right now he's torn between Alabama and Creighton. He thoroughly enjoyed both visits, and we've spoken about it on multiple occasions. There's a lot of intrigue in both situations. Both are high-tempo offenses, like to run and gun, like to shoot, like to get off a lot of rounds, and that's one thing that Primo likes to do as well. So it's going to be a tough decision for him. I'm not saying where I think it's going to go. I know that there's a lot of Bama fans watching right now, and recently from the commentary, some Creighton fans as well.
And, you know, Primo showing off some of that offensive arsenal in this game so far. 17 points at the half, really from all over the court. Number of spot-up threes, pull-up threes, drives to the net, mid-range. Really got a diverse offensive game, fill it up in a number of different ways. We've got Jaden Weebly putting in work in the post. Back-to-back strong moves there. Nice little turnaround, hook shot over the left shoulder. Expands this Royal Crown lead to 15. They are up 53-38, the minute into the third quarter.
And just minutes ago, Princeton taking down Brown University 71-49. And I got to show some love to my guy from Mississauga, Jalen Llewellyn. Finished off with a game-high 19 points and 6 rebounds. Jaden Cole doing his Jalen impression.
No, and it's great to see how much Cole can impact the game from beyond the arc, as Theo Monde, the nice pull-up three to answer Jaden Cole's from the last play. But as he continues to knock down that three ball with consistency, really will open up the driving lanes for him, where he'll be able to make things happen.
Couldn't agree with you more, man.
Strong take there by Josh Primo, draws the contact by Jeremiah Ifje on Thetford. Already 2 fouls here by Thetford in the third quarter, just 2 minutes in. They spent a lot of time last quarter in the bonus, so Royal Crown's aggressiveness paying off again here. And listening to Coach Miles for Royal Crown as they were getting set to come out for the second half, he wants them to put their foot down and close this game out right here in the third quarter. That killer instinct, killer mentality on a team as young as this, really important to develop early on.
And he's the guy to do it. I mean, I watched him play in high school as well, and he's always been that intense, gritty defender and playmaker.
Another strong move there by Jaden Weebley. Doesn't get the first one to go, but finishes it on the second chance. Fouled on the play. 3-point opportunity. You know, Jaden Weebley, a guy who, as you see him on the court, stands out from a physical point of view. Monstrous size at his age, and he's a guy who's getting his body into better and better shape every time we see him. You know, as he continues to trim down and define his body, make him a bit more dynamic and quicker on the court.
Yeah, and with bigs, you always have to look ahead. They're not a finished product right now, and Weebley is far from that, but you can see what he's going to become. His mobility's gotten a lot better. You get his knees are getting higher on the run. He's establishing position really well. So you got to be able to project with bigs.
Nice take there by Zayden Cross. Not a lot of guys on this Thetford team that can keep up with him from a defensive perspective. You know, he's got length, quickness from up top. Ooh, 360, Theo Monde can't get it to go. Rebound by Kitio, puts it in. Cuts the lead down to 15 here. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Poor entry pass there. Olembe not able to grab it. And we've got Jalen Spencer checking in for Jaden Cole. Pair of class of 2023 prospects swapping for each other here. Monde facing pressure from Jalen Spencer, who's an excellent perimeter defender for Royal Crown. Gouffron letting it fly from distance, no good. Good defense there by Weebley. Here's Royal Crown coming the other way. Zayden Cross kicks it out. Stolen by Kitio. Soufiane lets it fly from the corner, and it's good. He's a guy who was filling it up from distance in the first half. I think he had 4 threes in that second quarter.
Yeah, he's got to have 15 points in threes alone. And I think that they've, you know, with Thetford, they've really learned that there's a specialist on their team. They got to find more and more ways to get him free.
Yeah, really seems like they're setting up their offense around getting him clean looks. And as you see Weebley there doing some more damage inside, out-muscling Gouffron for the offensive rebound. Here's Monde, pull up 3, gets it to fall. He's starting to heat up a little bit. Instant energy guy who can fill it up from distance.
And Thetford's managed to keep this thing within 10 points.
Oh, it seemed like Olembe lost the footing on that drive as Kitio comes away with the rebound. Monde a little bit out of control there. Great pressure applied by Jalen Spencer to force that turnover. Got another substitution here for Royal Crown. Zayden Cross checking out. Tombe Pitia coming in. And looks like Jalen Spencer called for the flop warning. Referees felt like he embellished that contact there. Strong take by Isaiah Adam. Takes the bump, finishes it. Going to the line for a three-point play. It didn't seem like he had much of an angle there, but was able to squeeze in at the last second, get a clean look up.
One thing I'd like to see from Royal Crown over the years, especially coming into next season, if you're reviewing this film and you're one of the Royal Crown players, watch the body language. Watch how you communicate with teammates. This is all on film, and there's a lot of guys here who need improvement in that regard.
You can even hear Juval Miles saying that he wasn't happy with the energy he saw in that possession. Royal Crown comes away with that one. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Royal Crown holding on to a 14-point lead. Continue to keep some distance between themselves and Thetford. Nice baseline pass to Tombe Pitia. Can't get it to go, but like the driving kick play by Primo, showing off some of the playmaking there. Ball goes right through Theo Monde's hands. The other way, we get Royal Crown ball. Primo came out to this game fired up. As we mentioned when we kicked off the game, he's been hearing people calling him overhyped, people saying he's not all that. Wanted to prove him wrong. On cue, deep tray ball for Primo. He's up over 20 points already in this one. Had 17 first half points. And in addition to that, doing a great job facilitating this offense here for Royal Crown.
And you notice most of the threes that he's taken, they're about 4 feet out. He's shooting NBA level threes. He's way past the high school line, way past the FIBA line.
Yeah, and Primo, a guy whose shooting stroke caught the attention of NBA scouts as far back as the summer when he played for Canada's U19 team in FIBA. He was by far the youngest Canadian on that roster and actually the youngest player in the entire tournament. So for him to be able to catch those eyeballs and make an impact with that level of play definitely shows the potential that he has. It's Isaiah Adam up top using a Weebly screen. Pull up three, Spencer gets it to go. Looks like it was a long two there, but looks like that's a shot that Spencer is comfortable with taking, as that's the second time he's put it on the floor before launching it. Pull up three, Primo. It's good contest there by Soufiane, get a piece of it. Two-hand slam, Jaden Weebly off the Thetford turnover. Timeout, Thetford. Coach Jacques wants to talk it over. 73-54, Royal Crown. We'll be back after a short break.
Indochino to me is a million guys getting a million suits, and each one is different. I think the value is the quality is undeniable in terms of the suit that you'll get, and the fabric and style selection is second to none.
I think when someone puts on a suit, they take on almost a different personality, and they feel comfortable in their skin and who they are, and they feel good. Doesn't matter where you're going, what event you're going to, but everyone feels good in a suit.
I think a lot of what we do is kind of going against the grain, so to speak. Bespoke, made to measure, custom was traditionally only in store. We were the first to bring it online, and as we went through that journey, we really felt that in order to connect with the consumer, we needed to give them true options, really provide a service and an engaging experience that customers would enjoy and remember.
Indochino is a custom-made experience, but with off-the-rack prices. You are in control. So you come on in, you choose what sort of material you're pursuing, choose what sort of print or patterns you really want to try out overall. From there, you pick out what kind of customizations you want to bestow upon these lovely garments, measure you up, and you get to express what you want, tighter, looser, longer, shorter, so everything sits on you as you want. We do everything all in one for you.
We give a 100% made-to-measure product. So it's very sort of individual and very personalized. It's for them. It's their suit.
Seeing them in their final suit just kind of makes it worth it at the end of it because you spent time with them, and you know, whether they wear suits every day or this is their first suit, it's exciting. Like, you help them build it.
Indochino, our made-to-measure suit provider, partnering with the NPA for the second year now. They've been very gracious to us, making sure our coaches are tip-top tailored suits.
Indochino just opening a Scarborough location, the hometown of these Royal Crown ballers here.
That's right.
I believe that's the hometown of Indochino's CEO, Drew Green, as well.
Yeah, this was a special opening for Drew Green, just to be able to pop off in his hometown, and all his friends and family in attendance yesterday. And right now, if you use discount code HOOPS, that'll give you $30 off a made-to-measure suit. Sharp threads, really stylish.
Good hustle there by Isaiah Adam. And you know, as we talked about, as he checked in for the first time with Primo in the rotation for Royal Crown, everyone's able to take a step back and move back into their natural role. Isaiah Adam, that's an energy player off the bench, plays hard defense, can make plays in spots on the offensive end. Nice pass there by Ifche to Musheshe. Can't get it to go. Here's Isaiah Adam the other way. Hits Weebly trailing. Two-hand slam. Jaden Weebly brings the rim down with that thunderous dunk.
And you could tell Royal Crown's having a lot of fun in this one. And I think that's equally as important. This is a team that struggled over the course of the season. It's good to see them get a W. For Thetford, I'd love to see the same, but hey, they got to figure it out, man.
And, you know, thinking back to the Montreal session for Royal Crown, a lot of frustration on their faces there as they took a couple losses, some of blowout proportion. So good to see them kind of bouncing back from that, staying confident, keeping their energy going, and coming out with a bang here in Ottawa.
It's a very natural process, man. Like, nobody's going to come into this league and you know, be even a 500 team at the very start.
And, you know, a lot of guys on this Royal Crown team dominate in their age group. Look at the teams they play for, the programs they're in. All high-level programs, so I think they came in maybe thinking they'd have a bit more instant success than they've had so far, but went through a bit of a humbling process in the previous session and seem ready for the call now. And as we say that, Royal Crown continues to expand on this lead. They are up 21 points over Thetford Prep. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 75-55 now. One for two for Musheshe as Webley skies in for that rebound. Tombe Pitia fighting for that offensive rebound, comes away with it, throws it down for two. The bench is hype.
Well, whether you're up or down, this is the kind of energy I want to see from Royal Crown. They're not like this in every game. They're just like this when they're winning. And I think, you know, I'm being harsh with them here, but this is a young crew that needs to learn that it matters even more when your team is down, the energy that you bring from the bench.
Yeah, if you really want to come back and be able to get momentum, goes a long way. So Isaiah Adam, almost throws it down. Showing some hops on that take there. Can't quite get it in, or can't quite get the dunk, but gets the 2 points. Just about a minute left to go here. Royal Crown, biggest lead of the game at 24. Ifje for three, it's good. He's been the one guy for Thetford outside of Soufiane who's really been able to get things going on the offensive end.
Montreal, Quebec product. He's got a thick frame on him too. He's stronger than most of his age group.
Sit back down, yeah.
There was a taunting warning applied to the Royal Crown bench. Seemed pretty reasonable to me. I don't know if I would have given them any warning there, but things seem to be called a bit tighter here.
Yeah, it is a FIBA rule. I mean, I get it, but That's a loose one.
Exactly. Referees kind of take that and apply it to their own discretion from what we've seen. Monde able to hit a 3 there to help chip away at this one. Lead expanded up to 28 for Royal Crown with 15 seconds to go in the game. 7 on the clock. Strong take there by Isaiah Adam. Making something out of nothing there, drawing some contact by Musheshe. Getting himself a pair of free throws with 11 seconds to go in the third frame.
And the guard play has been really good here in this Ottawa session. I think, one of the players that I wouldn't say under-delivered, but underperformed is Darren Clark from GTA, and that's largely in part to the fact that he's got an injured wrist. He was participating in some other events where he hit his wrist against the rim and during a dunk, and that didn't help his case.
Yeah, and you could see him throughout his last couple of games, kind of wincing after every take, holding and kind of massaging his wrist.
Yep, and he's had it wrapped up.
Another turnover here as Royal Crown tries to finish the quarter with a bang. Isaiah Adam gets it to go at the buzzer. We've got ourselves a 22-point lead for Royal Crown, 83-61 after 3. We'll be back for the final frame.
The National Preparatory Association started 4 years ago, born by the desire of basketball coaches, many of which were outside of Southern Ontario, to provide a different option than traditional high school competition for elite-level basketball talent. The goal was simple: create a platform for Canadian student athletes to give them the best opportunity to earn scholarships for post-secondary education through the game of basketball. Since then, the NPA has grown to provide the best basketball exposure available at the high school level anywhere in the world. We do this by live streaming 90% of the league's nearly 100 games on our North Pole Hoops YouTube channel, ensuring high-level competition in front of post-secondary coaches from across North America, providing game-by-game statistics on every player in the league on our industry-leading website, npacanada.com, creating individual profiles for all of the league's players on Canada's top college recruitment site, northpolehoops.com, while sharing it all through the social media reach of NPH's multiple platforms. By doing all of this at the highest level, we believe that we can keep the majority of Canada's basketball talent here on home soil, and ideally in their own city or province.
Last 2 years I played at prep schools in the US, and I'm just really happy to be back in Canada and to have this opportunity to play in the NPA. It really means everything to help push.
Final frame of the final game of day 3 here in Ottawa, set to kick off. Royal Crown up 22 over Thetford in what's been a dominant showing by them so far. Big star mid-season transfer Josh Primo making his debut for Royal Crown here and really delivering so far in terms of making plays for himself and for teammates throughout this one.
All things considered, I think the Thetford effort has been there the entire way. They are a little bit outskilled and probably outsized, but I mean, with some of their three-point shooting, they've managed to stay in it. It's now up to a 20-point game here with just 1 minute gone from the fourth quarter.
Looks like a goaltending play might have been called as Pitia slapped the backboard on that block attempt. Not a call you see made too often there, but referees seem to think that slapping the backboard disrupted the shot on that one. As a result, the basket is counted. Thetford cuts the lead down to 20. Here's Zayden Cross on the wing, a guy who's been lighting it up in this one so far. Swings it out to Olembe, who tries to do a bit too much and turns it over in the process. Monde pushing the other way. Soufiane drive, kicks to Musheshe, Nice finish there. Soufiane showing more than just a shooter, able to put it on the floor, take it all the way to the hole. Errant pass there by Primo results in Thetford ball.
And that just went off of Petia's face.
Definitely looked like it hit somebody.
Deflected there. Changed direction. As he was cutting, Petia was behind Primo and then cut through as the pass came.
A little salt in the wound there. Not only do they turn it over, but catch a ball in the face in the process. Here's Ishjay, strong take. Continuation granted. And we've got a three-point play here. I think that might have been a travel.
I thought it was a travel before that.
I understand the foul call, but to grant the continuation after he took those 3 steps, definitely a bit questionable. It's like a violation called there as Ifjay gets another chance to make a 3-point play. Gets this one to go as the lead cut down to 15. Primo with the ball up top, calling for a screen. Petia comes to set it, and looked like a legal screen there. Kind of moved his body a little bit just before the contact was made. .8:35 here to go. Plenty of time left for Thetford to chip away at this lead, especially with how they've been shooting it from beyond the arc. Ifjay been the man for them, creating a lot of offense inside and out. Here's Musheshe, strong drive. Gets the rebound, misses it. Petia comes, Petia getting kind of cute with it. Instead of grabbing it, tried to dribble it. Bailed out with the out of bounds call. Big man Jaden Weebley checking back in for Petia. He's the guy who had a dominant third quarter as Royal Crown made a point of feeding him the ball inside.
And Pierre Gouffron can't really apply full defensive effort on him because you're going to get yourself in foul trouble, and he's their only size.
And Gouffron seems to get in foul trouble quite a lot. I think in each of these games so far, he's been busted or limited because of that foul trouble.
Well, they pick at him, right? He's their only true size on the team. Now, luckily, he's returning, and hopefully they can recruit somebody to help him at the center position.
Good defense there by Royal Crown. Come away with the steal. Primo fouled on the play. First, let's see if Royal Crown can come away with a 2-for-2 trip for the free throw line, something that Coach Miles has been asking for all game. Gets the second one to fall. Royal Crown back up 17 here with 8:55 or 7:55 to go. Good pressure there by Zayden Cross. Excellent defense by Royal Crown, forcing Soufiane into a tough 3. Nice hustle by Primo, getting on the ground to come away with that steal. They're pushing the other way. Zayden Cross launches from 3, just short. Good hustle there by Weebley, get himself in rebounding position. Slips right through his hands though. Good defense by Arlembe, forces a tough shot by Kitio. Royal Crown pushing the other way. Primo gets penetration. What a feathery touch on that floater there by Josh
man.
Primo.
He's smooth. He's got the full package. And I don't even think he's playing at max right now. Like, this game's obviously, gotten out of hand at this point. Now 21, or no, just 19-point game.
Feels like he's just come out saying, let me just show you all the different things I got in my bag. A lot of different types of attacks and really impressive showing all in all. Isaiah Adam checking back in for Jasmar Alembe.
Help it, switch it. Weak side, Josh. Oh, weak side, Josh. That's good. Hands up, switch it.
I find this is where Isaiah Adams thrives, is on the defensive end, and I think that buying into that role is going to be huge for him. He's transition offense and half-court D man-to-man.
Definitely agree with you there. You know, he was stretching himself a bit from an offense and playmaking point of view previously, which is probably good for him in the long run as he kind of gets the chance to hone those skills in game action, but definitely playing his more natural role here. Good contest by Weebly, comes away with the rebound as well. Isaiah Adam with the save, kicks it to Zayden Cross for three, and it's good. Trailing Zayden Cross, spots up from the wing, gets it to fall. Royal Crown up 22.
I know Coach Allen Huss has got to be liking Zayden Cross. Creighton's a team that really guns it, really gets off a lot of threes, and that's a very welcomed thing on Creighton.
You mentioned run and gun, showing a little different element of that there, taking it all the way to the rim, this time for the two. You know, he's a guy that can really light it up from all three levels.
Yeah, it would not shock me if he ends up picking up an offer tonight.
Go. Come on, Jay.
Excellent hustle there by Jaden. Doesn't come away with it, but that's what you want to see as a coach. Kitio, offensive rebound, gets it to go, and the foul. That basket cuts the lead to 22 with 5:36 here to go. Couple subs coming in for Royal Crown. Jaden Cole checking in, as is Pitia. In for Jaden Weebly and Josh Primo. Kitio gets the free throw for the three-point play. Another three ball for Pitia, and it's good. If this can develop into a consistent part of his game, him being a stretch four on top of the defense that he provides.
I believe in that, man. I think he's ultimately he is a stretch four. He defends those positions. He can play that position offensively. It's just a matter of getting consistent from the three-point line.
Yeah.
It's not all angles that he's able to shoot it really well. I've seen from the 45 down to the baseline, those seem to be his spots.
You know, definitely, I think when you're learning how to be a spot-up shooter and how to shoot it from beyond the arc, I think that's the right idea to kind of focus in on one area that you're comfortable in.
Mm-hmm.
And once you've got that down, start to expand and move around the three-point line a bit. And the corner, you know, is the shortest three-point shot in the game, so definitely a good place to start with. GTO splits a pair. 5 minutes to go, 95-72 for Royal Crown. Nice attack by Isaiah Adam. Gets it back in the corner, spots up for three, and it's good. Three-point parade continues for Royal Crown, lighting it up from beyond the arc as his lead continues to grow. You know, with 1 month to go before NPA Nationals, seems like Royal Crown is starting to get it together at the right time. NPA Nationals, of course, knockout round style basketball. Win and you're in, lose and you're out.
That's right. Now, the teams that do lose will get a second game, but that second game won't count towards moving forward in the tournament. More of an exposure game. There'll be a lot of coaches in attendance as there was last year.
We'll have teams in attendance from coast to coast. Edge Prep representing as far west as Calgary, Alberta. Got Halifax Prep as far east as Nova Scotia. Strong take there by Cole, baseline, gets it to go. Looked like he was fouled there too. No call, and he is down. not something you want to see if you're Royal Crown, as he just worked his way back from an arm injury, and he is a key piece for them.
Seems to be a little shaken up, but he's going to get up on his own and walk off. Hopefully it's not the same arm.
It looks like that is what he is favoring here. Maybe just had the wind knocked out of him. I'm not quite sure, but looks like it is the hand. Medical staff taking a look at him here, gauging the seriousness. Juval Miles telling the refs to protect his players a bit on those plays. 4:15 left to go in what's been a bit of a blowout game here so far. Royal Crown opening their Ottawa NPA session with a big-time win against Thetford, and definitely an important win for them as they've got a few tough matchups lined up to close out this session.
And they won't get another one like this, so enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they respond in their next game. Confidence builders are always great, but you don't want that to lead to overconfidence, and you definitely don't want to come out too complacent.
You're absolutely right, man.
Two Thetford players knock the ball out of each other's hands, and Royal Crown comes away with it. Zayden Cross from the corner, no good. Rebound Kitio.
Royal Crown plays Dynasty tomorrow at 4 p.m. That's a very lengthy and athletic team, and with a bunch of real savages on that squad.
Yeah, you look at their record, 3-8. Think that might be a cakewalk, but they play much better than their record shows. A team of raw, inexperienced athletes that are getting stronger by the game. Number of transfers on that team, including Abubakar Traore, who's jumped into the Canadian basketball scene straight from the Ivory Coast and looks like one of the best prospects in the country already.
And that's an NBA prospect. You don't need to see a lot to know. That type of fast twitch, that type of change of direction, speed, athleticism, that's an NBA prospect.
Yeah. And on top of all that, he's a competitor. You can see when Dynasty's falling behind, when someone on the other team starts to heat up, he takes it personally. He wants to cover them. He wants to shut them down. He wants to be the reason why Dynasty comes back in these games. And you already know he's probably got this game circled as he knows there's a big-time prospect on the other team that he'll want to light up. And today's game that Dynasty played, Traore had a number of monster dunks. Some off the alley-oop, some off the fast break, some in the half court. He has some of the springiest legs I've seen. Looking forward to seeing what he can do tomorrow.
For sure.
Got 2 minutes and 33 seconds here to go in a 31-point game. Really all Royal Crown from start to finish here, as they have not taken their foot off the gas and continue to dominate.
Tomorrow's games are actually pretty good as well. We got, just looking at the schedule here, at 10 a.m., we got Edge School from Calgary taking on Halifax Prep from Nova Scotia. That'll follow up with another team from the East Coast and the only perfect squad in the NPA, RNS, the real deal Riverhawks.
And RNS clinched a first place seeding going into nationals, which means they'll likely have the easiest route to the finals, although there is no easy route in this league. With TBA's loss to CTA earlier in this game, that secured the first place seeding for RNS.
And you know those guys are going to be hungry. TBA really wants this one against RNS. We'll see what happens tomorrow. That one takes place at noon. And then we have CTA Oakville. Never know which way CTA is going to play. Sometimes they play down to the competition. Royal Crown and Dynasty, who we spoke about a little bit. Thetford versus LBA. LBA's on the upswing right now. They're playing some of their best basketball. And then the nightcap, Halifax Prep versus North Star.
Got a minute 23 to go here in this one. Thetford Prep trying to finish strong. Looks like they're going to fall short in this game. You know, one thing you got to give Thetford credit for, even though they are down big here, is they fought top to bottom, and that's a trait of theirs. You know, never really giving up despite what the score says. If they're up big or down big, they're going all out all the time. Zayden Cross almost throws it down in traffic. Looks like he might have hurt his hand there. Contact on the rim. Seems pretty frustrated down on the baseline.
It's going to be exciting to watch him next year as his body puts on some strength. That's really going to change up the way that he explodes.
You know, and you look at Zayden, and that really looks like, as you just see his body, that is something that is going to be important for him to do, fill out, strengthen up a bit, as he's going to be a wing at the next level, playing that 2-3 position. And there are some strong athletes there, really across all the classes. Primo checked back in for Zayden Cross, who going to call it a night after hurting his hand on that dunk. Shot clock violation. 44.5 here to go. 105-78 Royal Crown. Coach Juval Miles has to be happy with the effort that his team has put forth in this one. Oh, a lot of contact down the stretch here. Royal Crown players seem to be on the receiving end of this contact, as this time it's Josh Primo hit in the face.
Hello? Can I talk to someone, please? Someone, I don't know what to score. Hello?
Looks like we might have a busted lip here.
I'm not trying to get a technical foul right now, but it's like, can I talk to you, please? Timeout. Timeout.
Timeout Royal Crown. We'll be back with 24.7 seconds to go.
Who will be crowned national champion?
Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA.
24.7 seconds here to go in the final game of day 3 in the Ottawa NPA session. Kitio for Thetford taking these last free throws here. I'm sure Royal Crown will likely dribble out the clock to close this one out after the last shot.
corner. Get it. Hold it. You know, it's just you and him, Zane. Just hold it.
Royal Crown starts their Ottawa session with a bang, winning their first game of the week by almost 30 points. We'll be back in action 10 a.m. tomorrow. It's Mickey Esmikra along with Elias Sabate signing out. See you guys tomorrow.